Whoa! So, what's happening, everyone? We're back. We've got the man back on. Not the circumstances I was hoping we would open the new year, having LB back on the channel, man. But here we are. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it would be under these circumstances, bro? That we're linking back up. What you saying anyway? How have you been? How's your Christmas been? How's your head after the game last night, man?
Well, yeah, I mean, Christmas was good, New Year was good. Yeah, I mean, we was there together on a few of them. We would have been there even more if this guy didn't break his leg, chat.
Yeah,
so he had to bail.
That's a stinker from me, man.
Yeah, stinker unhooked, stinker and broken leg. But yeah, man, just you know what I mean, just chilling and that, watching City, and just gutted from last night, bro. Like, what can I say, man? Just wounded, bro. Like, I just feel like every time I start to believe in the team, they just lose.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I remember after the last game that we won before this run, I remember saying to the chat, "Yo, chat, I reckon we're gonna win every game now." Until
I did the same, bro. I went early, you know.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, chat, I genuinely think we might win every game now." Yeah, until basically like we had a tough game. I can't remember what it was. And the first game back, we lost and we drew. And I was just like, for fuck's sake, man. Like, and this has happened so many times this year. Like, every time I get like confident and that and like back the team, we just fucking drop points, man. And it's fucking well annoying, bro.
That's the thing, innit? That's the thing, bro. Even the Forest game for me, I could see the signs then, you know. Like, I think we were very, very lucky to win that game. And that's why I'm trying to swerve away from the injury excuses and stuff like that, because not only does everyone go through it, but like I feel like it had been coming, man. It had been coming. There's been a few games where we kind of just about got over the line, but Forest are in a dire state this year, aren't they? Barely got over the line against them. Obviously, the Sunderland game, people kind of overglazed that result for me. Especially now, seeing how they've performed since then. They'd lost half the team to AFCON. I know it's a hard place to go away from home, but we're Manchester City, man. We're not like some mid-table fodder.
You can't be dropping points at a newly promoted team when you're behind in the title race. All right, if you're 3 points ahead or 4 points ahead or whatever. And I know they've not lost a game there this season and that's cool, yeah. But fucking hell, like, we know what it takes to win a league title. It is hard, and it's games like that, going away in shithousing a 1-0, is the massive results. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't be affording to be dropping points, man, at this level. You just can't do it, especially when you're chasing. You're meant to be gaining points, not dropping further back, and that's what we've done. We've dropped further back, man. So it's one of them for me. Like, at the end of the day, yeah. I think in terms of the league, I'm ready to tap tonight.
Is it tonight? Well, I was going to ask you this, bro, because I know you're probably one of the more positive City fans when we spoke at the weekend. I think I jumped on your panel show, obviously, after the Chelsea game, didn't I? And there was kind of a debate there around, is it wraps yet? And I know you were a lot more positive than I was. I said it's not wraps yet, but I'm very close. I think I was about 80%, 75%. But straight away, bro, in the game that we should have been bouncing back at and throwing at the kitchen sink at, we've come away with dropped points again against Brighton. So where do you stand right now? Is it all riding on tonight, or
I'm tapping tonight, man? If Arsenal go 8 points clear, which they will if they win tonight, and I think they will win tonight, and I think they'll slap up Liverpool. I think tonight's going to be one of those games where, like, they basically get crowned champion. I think they're going to beat them like 3-0 or something. Yeah, they'll go 8 points clear if they win tonight. And I just don't see us doing that, I'm afraid.
It's the fixtures as well, bro, isn't it? Like, you think about all the hard places that they've gone to away from home.
Yeah, we've got them all. I just don't see 8 points, man. I just don't see 8. Yeah. Like, even if we beat them at the Etihad, yeah, right, it goes back to 5. I just don't see it. I don't see it, man.
And we've got Spurs away, Liverpool away, United away.
Liverpool away.
Struggling.
That'll be drop points. Spurs away, we usually drop. I know we've won a couple of times there recently, but like, I just don't see it, man. So tonight, for me, if they draw, I'll stick in there. But I'm like, we're hanging. To be honest with you, yeah, if we're all being completely honest, we should be out of this race anyway. Like, how the fact we're even still talking about it.
Yeah.
Bro, we did
well
points
to cling
in
on,
8 matches, you know. 8 matches we've dropped points in this season already. So we should be... The fact that we're second is a miracle, in my view. But yeah, tonight, if Arsenal win, I'll tap. And that don't mean the season's over. We're still in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Obviously, FA Cup's there. Champions League is there. And I know people will laugh at that, but this team can perform for 90 minutes. We've seen that against the likes of Arsenal. We've seen that against the Real Madrid side. We know that we could. But the league isn't 90 minutes. The league is 38 matches. So I know it sounds stupid even talking about the Champions League and that, and I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. But the point I'm saying is this team can turn up for a 90-minute game. Therefore, the cups are still available to us. So even though I might be tapping out of the league race tonight, the title race, that don't mean I'm tapping out the season. I still think we need to go and try and win the silverware.
And I think that League Cup, man, I never thought I'd say it, but that is so important to the rest of our season this year. We need to full on go for that fucking trophy against Newcastle in the semi-final. Now, obviously, we're going to have a tough game in the final, but it'll be another trip to Wembley, hopefully a successful one this time. And, bro, we cannot go 2 seasons trophyless, 2 seasons back-to-back in potentially the last couple of years that we could have under Pep Guardiola. It would be absolutely scandalous if we go 2 of those seasons.
That's why for me, bro, yeah. This is why for me. I said at the start of the season, again, this is not reactionary, I said at the start of the season, before we even kicked a ball, Pep has to take the domestic cup seriously this year because we have to take our own advice, that advice of hard, and humble ourselves a little bit and realise that we're not as good as we were 3-4 years ago. 4 years ago, when Pep used to sack off the Carabao Cup, nobody moaned. We all were slightly sad on the day that we got knocked out, but nobody moaned. Why? Because as a fan base, we knew that we had bigger fish to fry. And we did. The difference is we fried the fish. We won the Premier Leagues. We won the Champions League. Yeah, we won these trophies, right? So that was chill. When you stop winning the Premier League, you can't then take them not seriously. That's why I'm happy that we're in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. And for me, when we go to St. James's Park next Tuesday, we need to full send it with the strongest possible team we can put out there because, bro, you can't fucking... I know people will be like, I don't care about the Carabao Cup or you only get 100 grand for winning it. Like, why are you a fan of the football club then if you don't want to see your team lift silverware? You don't get any of the 100 grand. You don't get the 30 million, whatever, if they win a Champions League. For me, it's a trophy. Yeah, you only can win 4 trophies a season anyway. When it's possible that we're not going to win the Premier League. It's looking like that at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you can go win the Carabao Cup in February, and you never know, it might give you the boost to go kick on then.
Yeah, it'll give the players the boost, bro, because let's not forget there's quite a lot of players in this squad that have yet to taste silverware at Manchester City. They don't know what it's like. So they need to prove to the fans that they're capable of doing it. They need to prove to themselves that they're capable of doing it. And even if that is just a Carabao Cup to get them going, get them riled up, then go and do it, man. Once they've got that taste for it, hopefully that'll fucking drive them on even more. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is so important because, like I say, we don't know how much longer Pep's going to be here. And imagine if we talk about the last 3 seasons. I mean, if we're on the decline now, under Pep Guardiola, the greatest manager of all time, with the greatest striker in the world up front. These are the best years that we should be aiming to win as many trophies as possible because we don't know what's in the future around the corner. So this is why I don't get when people moan about me asking to go into the transfer market, demanding us to bring players through the door when we need it, saying it's not FIFA and it's all this and all that. Go and do it, man. We need to start flexing our muscles again. We're Manchester City and it's so fucking stressful when we seem to have kind of lost that drive and hunger, and people just fall back on.
I think it's back because you can see with the transfer market last January, they went and spent 200 mil. They went and did another 200 mil in the summer, and they're going to go and do another 100 mil this January by the looks of it. If we get Semenyo and Guehi. The problem is the damage was already done after the treble with the way we managed the squad. And I always talk about it in the chat now. I always go on about it because it's facts. But like when you're at the top, you can't afford to let that squad drop off because as soon as you do, bang, it's a fucking hard road back up there, man. It is. It's a hard road. And you know, you're then panicking because you make mistakes in the transfer market. And if you make another mistake, that compounds the error because then the squad gets even worse. So, for example, the treble year, we won the treble year. We signed, who did we sign in that treble year? Was that the Gavardio?
Well, yeah, we were speaking in the group chat about it before, weren't we? And our mate Joe Pierre, shout out to him, kind of gave us a brief overview of the players that we lost after that period and the players that we bought in. And this is why I'd kind of been arguing on the panel shows and with people like that, talking about, I've used the word penny pinching over and over again. And that's not me complaining about the money that we've spent. I don't deny that City have spent money. I just don't think we've been ruthless enough in getting the big dogs through the door and showing that hunger to stay at the top. I think we've been guilty of sometimes trying to look for bargains a little bit too much, trying to gamble on potential talent a little bit too much. So this is pretty much the brief overview on it. So during that period, we lost to sales or big injuries: Laporte, Alvarez, Walker, Gundogan, Mahrez, Rodri, obviously the big injury, Stones, KDB. And since then, we've replaced that with Gvardiol, obviously.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's
like for like on
the
Laporte.
only world-class talent.
That's like for like.
Gvardiol, Kovacic, Nunes, Doku, Savio, and Bob. So those are the players that have come in after those. And I've just reeled off a name of 6 or 7 players there who were all world class at the top of their game. And then that list that I've just said, who's kind of come in the other way. I mean, you can add Calvin Phillips to that as well. I know that was a little bit before. But again, we're not going out in the market and spending the money correctly, in my opinion. We're trying to buy players that can fill little gaps or be backups or potentially be good in a few years. But I mean, you've seen the signings that Arsenal have made, and you've seen the signings that Liverpool have made. Obviously, some of them haven't quite worked out yet, but they've showed that intent. They've showed the intent, at least, that they want to stay at the top of the game. And we've just got to put it down to pure arrogance, whether it's from the board or a little bit by Pep Guardiola as well. That
or just bad execution. They've made mistakes because you don't know whether it's arrogance because you don't know what they were thinking. The fact is, they've obviously got that wrong. That's a fact. How they got it wrong, whether it was arrogance or whether it was just mistakes or bad scouting or whatever, that's kind of irrelevant, really. I'm not really asked why they did it. The point is they did it. So then you go, okay, now they've done it. Have they realised that, and are they now trying to solve that? I'd argue that they probably are. You know, with the signing of Marmoush, going getting him out. You know, the best player last January in Germany. That's the type of signing that we used to make. So I'd argue that there we go. Obviously, a couple of the younger players, that's going to be the Viana effect. Then you go to this summer, Tijani Reinders. I know he's not hit the ground running. He's not playing particularly well in terms of what we expected. But in terms of the profile of player, this was midfielder of the year in Serie A. So again, this is not a Savio who's got 1 year in Girona and we signed him for 25 million because he fucking got him on the cheap. This is legit. Reinhard Nori, Prem proven. You went and got Donnarumma, PSG goalkeeper, Yashin Trophy winner, the best goalkeeper in Europe last season. So I think they've realised, and I think they're trying to fix it. The problem is the damage had already been done. So I was hoping that it was going to be okay for this year, but it's looking like it might need another summer, which is crazy. And people will say, how the fuck's that happened? It's because the damage has been done.
And you look at the players that are still at the club that we even spoke about last January, all the way to last January. This is a year ago. We were speaking about the injury problems from players like Nathan Ake, John Stones, how we can't rely on them for a stretch of games. And for some reason, we're still in a position where they're still at the club. And now, obviously, because Diaz and Guardiola have been worked into the absolute ground, playing every single game this year, now we're at a point now where we've got no centre-backs. We've had to recall a young lad from Watford who's not played a minute of Premier League football in his life. Like, fair play to him, he had a pretty good game last night. But how are we in that position, bro, as Manchester City? Like, we were turning over like the second most profit in the world, like across a calendar year. Not like 1-2 years ago. I can't remember what it was. Was we behind Real Madrid or something like that? And we're in the position now where we're recalling a 20-year-old from a loan from Watford. to be able to plug these gaps in what's supposed to be a Premier League title chase. Like, it's scandalous, man. And I mean, you've got to go back, like you say, all the way to the treble year and look at the kind of the people that were brought in since then. But it's looking like it's going to be a massive overhaul again. And this rebuild is nowhere near over.
When it comes to the centre-backs, I think there's a few different things. I personally don't think Pep wanted to keep Ake and Stones at the football club this year. I just don't. Maybe he wanted to keep one of them, but I don't think he wanted them both there. You know, listen to what Vita Hayes said when he left. He said he was expecting to stay. Everybody expected him to stay. And then Pep told him, bro, you're not going to play. You're going to have to go on loan. And he went late. Why? In my opinion, it's because the plan was probably to get rid of Ake or Stones, but neither of them wanted to go. I think Stones was the one that they wanted to get rid of. And again, Stones never played a single minute in the Club World Cup. He was fit for every single game. Yeah, and Pep kept on saying in the press conferences of the Club World Cup, there's players that might stay, but you need to know they're not going to play. They're not going to play. AKA, you can stay if you want, but you ain't going to fucking play. I think he was talking about maybe Kovacic, but definitely Stones. That's why Vita Hayes ended up leaving. And that's why Vita Hayes said what he said. So what are you going to do? You know what I mean? This guy's on 300 grand a week. So if you don't want to leave, he's not going to leave.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. So we still, but at the same time, we still went into the season with 5 centre-backs. And I do think it is mad unlucky that Diaz and Gavadio both got injured in the very same game. Like that is a bit.
But again, we can't be shocked though, can we? Because of the minutes and the football and the lack of rotation that we've seen all.
Well, the lack of rotation is a separate issue, isn't it? Really, if you're being serious with you, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like for me, I thought we had a good window, but I said at the time, I think we've had a good window. I just think it might be lacking 1 or 2 extra players, and I think that's probably it. I think we're getting echo, bro, not audio.
Are we?
Well, I can hear myself speak. Is it coming through your speakers?
Nah, I'm just on the iPad, mate.
Yo. Yo. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, turn your audio down so you can hear me quieter.
Okay.
I think it's coming through your speaker, me, and then it's coming back through
Is that better?
Yo, testing. Yeah, there you go. I can't hear myself now. So yeah, so I thought we had a good window, and I think we got to sign some good players there. But I just think that we needed a couple more.
What damage do you think we can do realistically then this window? Do you think? I mean, I'm not talking.
You're getting Gay and you're getting Semenyo. That's it. You're not getting anyone else.
It. And do you think that's good enough, LB, for us to kind of pull ourselves back in? I know a lot's riding on tonight as well. But do you think it's a bit good enough to kind of close that gap? Is that is that enough work? Or do
on one condition? One condition. Rodri stays fit.
Yeah.
If Rodri don't stay fit, I don't think we've got a good enough midfield.
Do you think that? Could you see the difference last night with him not starting compared to obviously what we'd seen from him against Chelsea? Obviously had a pretty good game. Yeah, was it pretty obvious? Do you think with Nico G coming back in, the difference?
Nico G is better on the ball. And it's kind of mad because Rodri's just better on the ball. Nico G's been decent, but I do think I know he's had that one injury, but I think over the last month or something he has dropped off. It might be again due to tiredness. He might be fatigued, but I actually want us to see us play Nico G and Rodri together. That's what I personally, and I don't know what your take is on this, right? But it seems to be a bit of a split on Bernardo. Some people think he's really crucial to the team and that he's mad important, and other people like me just think he's a massive net negative and he doesn't actually do anything other than run around.
I don't think he's I don't think he's a massive influence to the team for sure, especially not how we've been utilising him recently. I'm really, really not a fan of this Bernardo right wing era that we've somehow got ourselves back in. I rate him as a player and as a part of the squad, and I think he probably has been one of the players who's fought more than others in the last few weeks. But sometimes that's not enough, is it, to fight? And he does have quality, and he does have that aggression that I think the team is missing a lot. I think the team is too soft nowadays.
I wouldn't mind it, Jay, as much, if it was playing in the middle.
Yeah, that's where I want to see it.
But Pep's got him on the right wing, because it's you can't play Cherki in a 10 if you can't play Cherki right wing if you don't play like Bernardo on the right wing type thing, because then it pushes Cherki in. But when Bernardo gets the ball on the right hand side, he's either passing the ball backwards to Nunes or he'll try and take the player on and lose it. And it's like, again, it's not cooking Bernardo, yeah, because he's a legend of the football club, but he ain't got that anymore, man.
No.
He ain't got that anymore, bro. He scored on average over the last 3 seasons, yeah, he scored 3 goals a season in the Prem. He doesn't score goals, bro. He's never been that guy.
Well, none of our wingers do they? And
no, so I'd drop him, me. I'd drop Bernardo. I'd play Rodri and Nico G in the middle. I'd play Doku off the left, Cherki in the 10, Semenyo off the right, Haaland up top.
I've seen your team before, and I think I commented on you on the picture that you'd put on Twitter, saying about obviously the glaring omission of Foden in that team. Where do you stand with him right now and his future? And like, obviously, you've left him out of your strongest 11 there for Manchester City moving forward into the rest of the season. It's a World Cup year for him as well, so he's gonna want to play and he's gonna want to start. So where's your head at with it, man? Because it's hard to drop him. Obviously, everyone loves him.
The thing is, yeah,
we saw what he was capable of, bro, at the start of December when he pretty much carried us for a good few games there. The back end of November and December, he was scoring 6 goals in 3 games or whatever it was.
The thing is, yeah, why do people get like proper weird about a team lineup? Like, bro, this is not my team lineup for the next 10 years. It's my team lineup for the next game.
Okay, the next game. That's fair enough, yeah.
Like, and then if that works, you play it again. And if
I didn't know it was for the next game, to be fair. I thought that was kind of your strongest team. Like,
that's my strongest team at the moment, based on the players we've got available and based on the players that we're linked on signing.
So were you pissed off then that Foden started over Cherki last night?
Nah, he shouldn't have played last night, Foden, in my opinion. I said before the game, I don't think he should. But like, that's not Foden hatred or Foden agenda. It's just Foden's not been playing well right now. He should be on the bench.
You need to rest him, yeah, exactly.
He might be fatigued. And then guess what? In a couple of weeks' time, you put him back in.
You put him back in for the derby, bro, which is his big
and
game.
If he plays well, you keep him in the team.
The one where he usually
you've got a squad. You've got a squad, yeah. Why is it that we're allowed to drop some players but not other players? Why do some fans get proper weird when you drop a player? You can't drop him. You can't drop him.
Some players are protected more than others.
If he's not been playing well, drop him and then put him back in a couple of weeks' time. It's not. No one's saying sell him. It's fucking weird, bro. He shouldn't have played last night, man. He didn't play well again.
I thought it was very harsh that Cherki was dropped last night and Foden started. I know they both had a poor game against Chelsea, but we've seen this now from Phil Foden for maybe 4 or 5 games. Whereas Cherki, on the other hand, was probably our best player over December in that winter period. Let's be real. So for him to be the one dropped after one poor performance against Chelsea, I thought was very harsh. And if anything, he came on and created more and caused more problems than Foden did the entire game in that last 25 minutes yesterday, didn't he? So I think Foden will be, well, I mean, can you drop it? You've put that team out, bro, but can you drop Foden for the derby? Because that's usually his bread and butter against them. That's usually the game that he turns up in the most.
I'd drop him for the Newcastle game.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe put him back in for the United game and just say to him, listen, you've not been playing particularly well. You're back in for the derby. Show me that you fucking mean business. And he's got no greater sort of reason to play then, innit? Like, it's the derby game. Like, but I just don't understand why people are so against dropping him when he's not played well. I didn't say sell him. I just said drop him. Drop him for a couple of games. But people are like get mad protective against people. It's weird, bro.
That's what make players become probably a little bit too comfortable as well, and probably not give as much as they should do if they feel like they're undroppable. I feel like that's sometimes why Haaland's level can drop off sometimes, because he's not got that guy chomping at the bit behind him, and he's not at risk of getting in. And I know, obviously, he's fantastic and scores crazy goal rate, but again, similar points every season, and I don't know whether that's down to fatigue or that it hit like the lack of rotation with him as well. But because he's not challenged and because we've not got the guy to come in and give him a rest, you can see the levels have massively dropped. And even in his finishing, man, these finishes that I see from Erling Haaland now are tired finishes. Like the one that he got squared onto his left foot, that he should be lacing that into the net, man. Like, for a guy who's supposed to be the best striker in the world, to not be able to like hit a ball cleanly baffles me, and I don't know whether that it is down to the fatigue or the lack of threat from him.
It's fatigue and pressure, because I just think that we have to get more goal scorers in this team, because I still think that Haaland is still looking around that team and going, nobody in this team is scoring goals. Now, I know over December and that, a couple of the players chipped in, but no one chipped in at Sunderland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no one chips it. And it's kind of like, bro, these players need to get more goals, man. This is why I've been saying the Semenyo signing for me is absolutely 100% needed. Semenyo's got 10 Premier League goals already this season.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that goal yesterday?
Yeah,
none of our wingers.
Why is he not scoring that for us against fucking Brighton yesterday? It's so annoying that the deal's not over the line, and he's just
ironic, isn't it? How we was begging for a last-minute goal, and the guy who's joining us scores a 95th minute
gets
winner
one for another team. You couldn't fucking write it, could you? But again, we've spoke about him. I know you've done watch-alongs on him, and we've compared him to kind of Raheem Sterling and how we felt about him as a player, where it can be a little bit clunky sometimes. His technique doesn't look the best. He can make silly errors or give the ball away easily sometimes. But what this guy does that we've lacked so much over the last few years is that he can put the ball in the back of the net. And we've not had a winger that can do that for ages, man. And that's why I'm looking so forward to getting him through the door, because I don't mind him, looking a little bit clunky, maybe losing possession every now and again. But if you give him that Savio chance, those 2 Savio chances that he had against, was it Chelsea? Or was it the game before?
Sunderland.
If you give him those chances, he's burying them, bro.
We win against Sunderland if Semenyo plays that left wing, innit?
That's what I mean. So to have someone like that through the door who knows where the back of the net is, obviously Prem proven, like you've said, has put the numbers up already this season in a team that don't create as many chances as we do, then I can't wait to just get it fucking over and done with, man, and get him through the door, because it's crying out for him at the moment. Like you say, Haaland's looking around the pitch right now, and now that the Foden goals have dried up, which was kind of carrying us through December, we're struggling big time, man. We look like we don't really have a plan B. We've not really got anything coming off the bench either. So these are the kind of signings that we need to come in and just hit the ground running and make an impact straight away.
I agree, bro. I agree. And the thing is, we obviously all like techie ballers. We all like techie ballers. But at the same time, tech without output are the guys who do the tricks on YouTube and TikTok. The freestylers, F2 freestylers. If you want tech, go and get a fucking F2 freestyler. Yeah. Bro,
Savio's got all the tech in the world, bro. On the eye, watching, bro, I bet he can do all the tricks, all the flicks, the megs, the beating people. But if you put him in front of a goal, if you can't hit the back of the net, then what's the point, bro? You could skin 10 people, a whole team doing step overs and all this, all that. And then you get in a 1v1 and you miss your 1v1. What's the point in everything that you've just done leading up to
and
this
it's funny, actually, because I've said the problem that Savio's got is if he doesn't start scoring goals, he can't play. Imagine going to the Bernabeu Champions League semi-final and he goes through one-on-one and he misses because he just passed the ball to the goalkeeper. But he has a great game.
The fans
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant if you had a good game. If the main aim of the sport, which is to score goals, you can't do so. Listen, he's obviously injured anyway now. Semenyo coming in, that's a good signing. Gueye, I wanted City to sign Gueye last January.
I remember, man. Yeah.
And a lot of people told me that he was shit and a mid player. I think a lot of people have come round now. He's a good player. And I think he'll challenge both of the players. I think it'll give Pep a little bit more of an option with Gvardiol as well when he comes back, because it gives you that option to put Gvardiol back to left back if you wanted to.
He can play both sides of the centre back pairing.
He can play both.
Well. Joe put in as well, didn't he, in the chat, that I think he's the second most 2-footed, statistically player in the Premier League so far this year. I think Semenyo might even be number 1. You know, I'll have to fact check that.
Yeah, he is. He is. I seen the graphic. Yeah, he is. The shooting. It's on shooting.
That's on shooting, but supposedly Gay can obviously play both sides.
Yeah, he's calm on the ball. He's quick. He's athletic. He's a good player, man. And the fact is, he's better than John Stones. He's more available than John Stones. He's better than Ake. He's more available than Ake. So you're getting a player that's you're getting a player that's better than both of those 2 players now. and quicker than those players now and more available than those players now. And you're getting him for what, 35, 40 million? It's crazy. If we don't sign him, if we don't pay the money, it's crazy.
I can't believe we've not had a crack before this, to be honest. I can't believe it's took for both of our centre-backs to go down for us to even have a sniff, really. Because, like you say, I think this should have been looked at in the summer, especially when the Liverpool deal fell through. Again, I just come back down to that lack of ambition when something's glaringly obvious there. Homegrown, cheap price because his contract's running out. Centre-back who can play right centre-back and left centre-back, so he's versatile. Someone that's very rarely injured. Someone who's just entering the prime years of the career. Like, why is it took till now for us to even contemplate it, man?
Well, I don't know about that, but before, an hour ago, Stefan, obviously knows about the money side of the game. He said on Gueye, he said there's no chance City or anybody else will pay 40 million to Palace in January, but there's also no chance Palace turn down 25 million in January. So he's saying Palace could do with the 25 mil. He also said, and I think this is because of how the accounts work or something, but he says there's little incentive for Palace to sell before the 25th of January.
Right.
So if you want to get him before the 25th of January, you probably got to pay like 30, 35. But if you wait until the end of the window, when it's the new year for the finances, for the accounts, then you might be able to get him at 25 and that. So it all depends on the money. But he also
what would you do then, bro? Just send it right now. Are you asked? I'm not asked about the extra money. Just get him through the door.
Right, so let's have a look at our fixtures and let's have a look what fixtures we've got before the 25th, yeah? Let's do this proper, yeah?
There's some big ones, man. Yeah.
Right, so do I need him for Exeter? No. Okay. Do I need him for Newcastle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. So I'll pay the money.
Yeah, straight up. United's before then as well.
I'm doing it legit. I'm not just saying pay the money because it's I'm doing it legit. I literally looked at the fixtures and I'm going, we have a massive game against Newcastle.
And the derby straight after.
And the derby, you know what I mean? So I guess some people will say, well, if you've tapped out of the league, it don't really matter. You know what I mean? You're not going to pay an extra 10 million for a one-off game against United. But I'll pay the 10 million for a one-off game against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. The problem is, would the club do that? Because you only get 100 grand for winning the Carabao Cup. So would you pay an extra, as a club, would you pay an extra 10 million on a transfer fee for a Newcastle game that you only win 100 grand for if you win the Carabao Cup anyway? So it depends on how bothered they are about the finances versus the trophy. If they're bothered about the trophy big time, they'll be putting a bid in. Do you know what I mean? If they're not, then they might just be like, yo, we'll chill. At the same time, they might just go to St. James's Park, shithouser 0-0, and we'll get him after the 25th of January. He can play the second leg, which is on the 4th of February.
I don't like the thought of waiting, man. I feel like we've waited for Semenyo, and last night fucking summed it up completely. The guy's getting a last-minute winner for his team, Bournemouth, who we've let him stay at for an extra 3 games, whilst we can't scrape one against Brighton. Like, he could have been the difference maker in these last 3 games where Haaland's kind of dried up and we've been looking for that secondary goal scorer. So I've already got PTSD, and I'd say just get him through now. I'm not asked about the money. Why not, man? Surely it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. We'll see what they do on that one, but yeah, I want him anyway. If they get him after whatever, but just get him in the January window, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we need him, bro. Right, but shout out to Huzanov and fucking Elaine yesterday, who both
good it, performances, you know man. I mean, me and you have always been pretty high on Huzanov, and I mean, I think he proved it to us again yesterday why we love him so much. The guy, especially in the way that Manchester City play football with that high line. I thought in the first 10 minutes yesterday we were going to be in really big trouble. There seemed to be lots of spaces that were opening up here, there, and everywhere over the pitch, but they settled Huzanov with some unbelievable last ditch tackles when pretty much their players were through on goal. That guy's special, man. I think he's going places big time, and I mean, I wanted him to be starting from the start of the season, but you never know. We could be talking about a Huzanov Guardiola partnership come the start of next season. We'll have to see, won't we, how he progresses until then. But this is his chance, man. Now I know we
he's got a big opportunity,
Diaz and Guardiola to play out, but he's going to be a mainstay in that back four now. So if there's ever a chance to prove your worth, and I've spoke about players taking the chances this year when they get the opportunity, which they haven't done. I've spoken numerous times about Savio and Bob letting those opportunities slip. This is the time, Cousinov, AK-45, man, for you to prove your worth, and we know you've got it in you, man. So let's fucking do it.
Well, Pep's done that this year. I mean, if you actually remember at the start of the season, who was our centre-back partnership?
Yeah, no.
It was Diaz and Stones. He gives Stones the chance. Stones started playing. He did well in the first few games or whatever. Then he got injured. He pulled.
He got a decent run of games, Cousinov.
Yeah, he did. And then Gvardiol come back. Gvardiol had a knock. Gvardiol then got in there, and then he ran Gvardiol and Diaz. So, I think Pep, if Huzanov comes in now for the next 6 weeks, because he's basically going to be a centre back for the next 6 weeks guaranteed, because Diaz is out for 6 weeks, and he slams it for the next 6 weeks, then there's no reason for Pep to take him out when Diaz comes back. If we've got Gueye, you could play Gueye and Huzanov. If Gueye comes in and does well, and why do it? And then maybe Diaz will have to fight for his position back. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good mix. I think that's a good balance as well, Cousinov and Gueye. Like, you've got one athletic freak, rapid, and Gueye's obviously calm on the ball, a little bit smaller. But I think that's a good little partnership that we could see build for the rest of this year.
I also think if you have them four as your 4 centre backs, I think you've got a good mix of centre backs there. You've got like your prime ball player in Gvardiol. Yeah. Good at reading, good in the air, that sort of thing. Then you've got your sort of like pacey, rapid Huzanov. Say Pep wants to do like a mad high line tactic. Maybe he's worked harder in this game. He needs to go high line. Like, but when you go Huzanov. You got Gueye. Maybe you want a little bit of mix of everything. Good on the ball, bit quick, but not as quick as Huzanov. Decent in the air, but he's not as good. Blah, whatever. Cool. And then you've got Diaz for maybe
body on the line, blocking.
If you're gonna go to the Bernabeu and maybe Pep wants to play a bit deeper, like he did at the Emirates and at the start of the season. Yeah, play Diaz in that sort of system. Cool, no problem. So you got a little bit of a mix there. I think that'll be a really good.
Scored a few goals this year as well, bro, for Palace.
Yeah. I think I've seen him. He scored one against Leeds recently at Brighton.
He's a bit of a threat off set pieces as well. He's got a decent goal record so far for them this year, and that's probably what we need as well. We're talking about secondary options if Haaland is putting the ball in the back of the net. You never know, man. Think back to when we had Aymeric Laporte and Otamendi and people like that. You could always rely on them guys to grab you a goal off set pieces, couldn't you? So hopefully he might be able to bring that side of the game. Let me just double check these super chats off Adam, man. So I have a feeling Liverpool will win draw today. Do you know what? It won't surprise me. Do you know what, LB? I don't know whether that will hurt me more, if Liverpool do get something out of this game. I know statistically it makes it easier for us to maybe get back into the title picture. I don't know whether that will hurt me more, because I just see it as opportunity missed again. And it's one of them where you feel like you take fucking 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and you just never really get anywhere. And I'll just think then, what could have been? Like, that could have been like the
I know, but I get it's not hear it, but at the same time, it's one of them where
it does get us closer. Yeah,
we're let off the hook, aren't we? So for me,
how many times can we be let off the hook, man, without closing the gap? Like,
you get let off the hook as many times as you get let off the hook.
Yeah,
you get let off the hook until you don't. It's Arsenal's to go and solidify the title. They're in control of this league, not us. It's in their hands, not ours. If they win tonight, I'm tapping out on the league.
What do you expect from that result?
Oh, I think Arsenal will cook them.
Easy win, yeah.
The problem that I've got with Slot, is I think Slot's going to do what Pep did last year. Last year, we were shit. We went to the Emirates and we basically went, we'll play football. And we got fucking cooked. Yeah.
So Liverpool's got nothing to lose.
90 seconds into the game, you've got John Stones playing a chip ball to Akanji on the edge of our own penalty area, and Akanji miscontrols it. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, we get cooked. This year, what did we do? Pep went there this year and went, right, we're not going to do what we did last year because we're not that good anymore. What we're going to do, we're going to humble ourselves. We're going to play deeper. We're going to try and hit them on the break and play a little bit more conservative style of football. And we were minutes away from getting a win.
Another hurtful result, man.
Yeah, it was. If Slot goes there tonight and parks the bus, they've got a chance. If he goes there and does what I think he's going to do, because he's a fucking idiot, I think he's going to go there tonight and go, we'll take him on, man. We can do this. Because the problem with him is he's probably looking at it, bro, going, yo, we're only, 9 points off the top of the table? Or whatever it is, 14? He probably thinks he can still win the league, the idiot. So this is the problem with him. He just needs to go there tonight and be like, let me get a point. And if they get a point, what are we? 6 points?
They've already beat him this year, haven't they? They beat him in the reverse fixture. Liverpool won 1-0, didn't that Szoboszlai free kick?
I think Arsenal tonight, if them Arsenal players can't get up for this game and put in a performance.
Yeah, after us dropping
that points last night, then they don't deserve to win the league either.
Well, this is what's most frustrating for me because I've watched them all season, man, and I do not rate them one bit. But they've just got different tools to us at the moment, where they've got a solid defense that they can rely on to keep clean sheets. They've got plan Bs where they know they can always rely on a set piece or a corner coming off from if they struggle to pot the ball in the back of the net. And we just don't really seem to have those second and third options right now, do we? So I think that's what's kind of costing us. Because we always concede a goal. So if our front three aren't putting 2-3 goals in a game, then we're pretty much cooked, aren't we? And they're not doing right now, and that's what's hurting us. So it'll be a disgrace if Arsenal win this title. It's going to hurt me big time, man. But I guess we'll have to see what happens. Adam, again, big up, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Bro, it's not even about the points, but the way we play. If I see that we start playing mint football, then I will back us to win the league. I've said this so many times, I think I said this in the chat with LB as well. Pretty much the same thing, Adam, mate. It's not about the 6 points because we've chased down well, it could be 8 points. We've chased down bigger point deficits than that with less games to go, and I've been more confident. But the fact that, like you say, bro, the performances just aren't doing anything for me. Even like I've said,
performances dictate long-term results, man. I said it last year, and I said we was in crisis after 3 games. People saw their ass because they didn't like it, and we won 1 game in 14.
Yeah,
you done it. I seen you beefing everyone on Twitter like last week, 2 weeks ago when we were winning games, but we were playing shit. People don't want to hear it, and then before you know it, we're winless in 3. Like, people for some reason
will say it's a great performance just if we win.
If we win, it's
not
like,
that's not how it works.
It's like, bro, performances dictate long-term results. We've seen it last year. We've seen it again this year. It's like, I don't get why people are so reluctant to talk about it when just because you win, you've got to be mad positive. No, you're happy you win, and that's obviously good, but it won't carry on forever. And
it'll fall off at some point.
You could look at Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal are playing mega football. Do you?
No, not at all, man. I don't rate.
Could you say that Arsenal are due a result against them at some point? Potentially. I don't think they're playing.
I just think they're less vulnerable to those kind of results, obviously, because of the steady back four and the keeper.
And you know what, bro? Yeah, I said at the start of the season, if Arsenal don't win, it's because they've got the firepower, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know they've not got? I believe, I don't know if this is true. I've seen it on Twitter. It might not be true. I'll just double check it. But apparently, they don't have a single player, in the top 20 goal scorers in the Premier League. Is that facts?
Really, this year? Bro, if they win a fucking title with Yoker in front...
They don't have a single player in their team that's in the top 20 Premier League goal scorers. But they're all chipping in.
Yeah,
Rice gets a couple goals. Saka will get one. Gyökeres will get a couple. Trossard will get a couple. Martinelli will get a couple. Zubimendi gets a couple. Yeah. Gabriel gets a couple.
Do you not think that's a problem then that we need to look at and think, bro? And you know what? I'm probably one of the ones that does call out Haaland when he's not performing stuff. But are we becoming too one-dimensional, bro, like Haaland FC? Because I look at it like, if it's not working and if it's not coming off and if he's not putting the ball in the back of the net, which he's not been doing the last 3-4 games, then we're fucked, man. Like, what are our other options on the pitch?
That's why the Semenyo signing is a no-brainer.
Like, I don't want to become this one dimension. I felt the same at the back end of last season in that Southampton game and stuff like that. Like, it's just spam balls to Haaland back post over and over and over again, and we've become so one-dimensional. I was even watching highlights before on my phone, man, like some depressed guy trapped in with his broken leg, just of the old days of David Silva, Sane, De Bruyne, Sterling, and they're just a pit-pot passing here, there, everywhere. Everyone was picking up the ball, scoring tap-ins at the back post, Sane, Sterling, Aguero, and there was just options all around the pitch. back then.
Yeah.
And
well,
now
you know,
we're just
Semenyo, bro. Semenyo
I
is
hope so, man.
the third highest top goal scorer in the league.
But
a player that should have been at our football club, Bruno Guimaraes. He's the 5th highest goal scorer in the league. We don't fucked up not getting him, man. Why the hell
Who's
did we
this Bruno G? Yeah. Well, again, we call out the club to go and sign a big boy, man, and flex the muscles. Do you know what I mean? And this is why, like, I know Nico G's been decent for us, but this is what I mean when I say penny pinching. Yeah, you go for the cheaper option who could potentially be better when you've got a ready-made one right there who could come in and be world class straight away. And he's pretty much gotten to Newcastle to where they are this season, man.
So have you tapped them, bro? Have you tapped on the league? Are you waiting for tonight?
I don't want to tap because, like you say, the points tell me not to tap, right? But I stand exactly where Adam stands, bro. It's the performances for me. And I think even with a few of the wins over November and December, I thought we were very, very lucky to get them based off the performances. And this is why I was super critical on Twitter, and I did get criticised because it's like, well, why does it matter, Jay? We got the 3 points. It doesn't matter how you get the 3 points. I'm like, it does matter. Because if we carry on playing like this, further down the line, we're going to get hurt by a team who is half decent. Do you know what I mean? Sunderland are not good. They're half decent. Brighton are not mint. They're half decent. They're a good football side. And I could just see it coming, man. So, based off more the performances for me, I don't see a team that I think is capable of winning the Premier League. Take the points different away from it. Even if we were level on points right now, I just don't see a team that's capable of winning it, man.
I know.
So I think I'm done already, and I hate saying it because it sounds
for tonight, bro.
Negative, man, but
wait for tonight because you never know. But
I'll be more pissed off tonight if Liverpool win, man. I'll be so annoyed, and I know that sounds crazy.
I'll be more relieved. I'll be relieved. I know, though.
But it'll piss me off so much because we could have closed the gap. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we would have been back in touch, and I've said over and over again, I don't expect us to overtake Arsenal like this early in the season. But as long as we can stay in touch with them for that running with Rodri back and with our January, like a couple of moves in January, if we're within that 4 or 5 point gap with 10 games to go, then I think it's ours. But I think it's just about got away from us, man. I was close after the Chelsea game, but definitely after Brighton. There's no way we should have been dropping points there at home, man. 2 home games in a row, LB. Against half a Chelsea team with a fucking janitor as manager, and then a Brighton team, both at the Etihad, where we should be aiming to win every game. There's no such thing as a good draw at the Etihad, in my opinion.
I agree.
We should win every game at home.
I agree, yeah. We should be aiming to win every single game at the Etihad, man. Nah, I agree, bro. It's fucking for you minutes annoying, but see what happens tonight, man, and go from there. But get these 2 players in. Hopefully get Semenyo in today or tomorrow, like whatever. Beat Exeter. And then just go and put in a puff. I don't need to win it at St James's. You know, it's a 2-legged game. If you get me a draw, I'll back us to win.
Take a draw right now?
Oh, all day long. A draw and no injuries against Newcastle in the away leg. Yeah. Anyone that doesn't take that's an idiot, man. Like, you definitely take that. You definitely take a draw. Give me a 0-0, no injuries at St James's Park.
Yeah.
Take it back to a one-off game at the Etihad. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. And then if we can get to a final, see if we can win a trophy, and then that could potentially give us a boost. But
I think that's got to be the aim for us now this season. We've got to get a trophy, man.
We've got to aim for a trophy, man. You know what I mean? So like it's one of them. It's if Liverpool win tonight, we're still in the race and we're still in the title race, and actually we're closer to them than we was last night.
Which is crazy.
But you kind of feel like at the same time, if we're not good enough to win the league, is it better just to be out of it so we can focus on the cups? Because we got top 4. It's not that we're not. Everyone knows we're getting top 4.
We should get top 4. Yeah.
It's one of them. Like, do you want to be putting that like emotional, mental fatigue in the players if you don't think you can win it? Like, but I can never say that personally because I just want to still be in the race, man. And I can't believe we're even talking about potentially tapping out the race in January. It's crazy, bro.
It feels criminal, doesn't it, bro? And that's why I don't want to say it. And I know you probably don't want to say it as well, but it's hard not to, especially when you look in the difference in fixtures as well. Like, even Arsenal in the last 4 or 5 games, the period where they've kind of had Saliba out, they've had Gabriel out. That was probably the period where I would have expected them to drop points. Obviously they had Aston Villa and people like that, and they've just not, man. Even though I don't rate to watch them, and I think they play shit hanging football, and they don't impress me one bit. The strikers shit. They just seem to have been navigating themselves to victories, man. Unlike us.
I know, and they're playing better. I don't think they're playing great, but they are playing better. They're playing better with us. So
yeah,
it's fucking annoying,
tough,
man.
Where do we stand with Pep Guardiola then? Because obviously the Pep out merchants have started resurfacing the last couple of games. Where do you think he sees? I mean, we had the conversation last year a lot, and throughout this year, that if Pep kind of won the Premier League, we might see him leave. Do you think if we go trophyless again, it's more motivation for him to stay on? Where do you see his future kind of lying with us over the next 12 months?
I have no idea. At the start of the season, I thought he's going to leave at the end of the season. Thought this would be his last year. Then a month or two went by and we were looking decent and he looked happy and I thought, I did no way he's going to leave. And now I'm just like, I don't know. Then you get the Maresca comments that apparently he's been chatting to City.
Which is weird, isn't it? The fact that
is just weird.
The fact that he's left there and openly spoke about the fact that he'd had discussions with the Chelsea board about the City job and stuff like that. It's so weird. Like, there's no smoke without fire, bro. Like, surely conversations must have happened with City for him to behave that way.
It's just annoying though, like, because I don't know, man. Like next summer, right? We have to, we have to go out in the transfer market and buy proven ballers, man.
Yeah,
we have to. It's got to be like proven elite players, like the best players we can possibly get our hands on, and we don't need that many. Do you know what I mean? If we get Mark Guay and Semenyo, you need a right back, a centre mid. And I think you need a world-class winger that can put up serious numbers, aka Elise. You know what I mean? Someone like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be, man.
I'd even potentially try and get Rafinha out of Barcelona. I know he captains the team and that, but he's going to be 29 years old. They're in financial shit show. If you go there and put 50 mil on the table for a guy to come in and do 3 years and get you 30 goals a season, Premier League experience as well. Do you know what I mean? I think, again, last year damaged some of our fans in terms of older players. No one wants to sign a player over the age of 27. It's fucking weird, bro. Like, go and get me an elite level player,
We've proven that can work in the past. We've signed multiple players over that age in the past and they've gone on to be absolute club legends. You think of Fernandinho. I think Mahrez wasn't that young when we bought him, was he? And look at the impacts they had on our team, man, when they came through the door. There wasn't even a debate back then about ages, was there? And for some reason, nowadays, everyone's obsessed with players that are like under 25 for some reason, aren't they? I don't know why.
FIFA. I'm telling you now, it's FIFA and Football Manager.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's FIFA and Football Manager have done this to people, bro. Like, people want to buy these younger players, that can develop. Because on FIFA, all young players get better. I've never signed a player on career mode and who's a young player and they didn't get better. They always got better.
Declined, yeah.
But in real life, that's not what happens in real life.
Look at Dino, man. Dino was over 30 when we bought him, wasn't he?
No, he's like 28, bro.
I'm sure he was like 30, 29, 30.
He definitely wasn't 30. He might have been 29, but he definitely wasn't 30.
29 then, yeah, but still. Come in and done what, 8 years at the club or whatever it was, captained us to trophies and shit like that. Like, you can't do. This is why we talk about getting ready-made big dogs to come in and make an impact straight away, like your Bruno G's, like you've said, like your Elise's. And if we want to send Pep Guardiola off with a bang and we want to make the most of the last year or 2 years, whatever it's going to be, with the greatest manager of all time, like, we're never going to have an opportunity like this again under this guy, then you've got to give him the tools to be able to do it. And we've not done that since the treble season, so they need to go out and make an impact, man, and fucking show everyone else that we mean business again. Flex our muscles in this transfer window and in the summer. Because you never know. When the new guy comes in, whoever it may be, then, God forbid, touch wood, we might be looking at, I don't know, fighting for top 4 again. You never know where we're going to be in 5 years' time, do you? So make the most.
I think next summer will tell me all I need to know in terms of who we go and sign. If we go and sign proven ballers, I'll be like, yes, boom, we're back on it. Like the club's fucking doing what they need to do. If they go and buy like 23-year-olds or people who are not that proven or just good players, we're in for just I don't think we'll fall off, but it'll just be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like we're not consistent, maybe not consistent, especially if you get a new manager. So I'd go and put 130 million down on the table for Elise. I really would.
Yeah, I think
homegrown player. He's 23, so you've got him for the next 10 years. Prem proven, gets goals, gets assists, and he's a Mahrez regen.
Yeah. Fair play, man. Right, well, I think we've covered everything. I was going to do like a brief overview of 2025. I know it's the new year. I was going to ask you a couple of questions just to kind of, well, it was going to be kind of like this kind of award show type thing, but it's too fucking depressing to act like that right now. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions based off the whole 2025 as a whole. Just go off the top of the dome. First thing that comes to your head, and we'll see where we stand with the LB fucking 2025 goal of the year. So what was your goal of the year in 2025, man? It can be like
goal of the year.
It can have a game riding on it. It can be like type of goal. Like, what was the best goal of 2025 for you?
The best goal of 20, the one that got the one that I celebrated the most was the Nunes goal against Aston Villa.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a good.
It wasn't the best goal, but in terms of which one did I celebrate the most, last minute goal that basically secured our top 4 Champions League.
Yeah, goal of the year probably maybe Marmoush, Bournemouth.
Yeah, goal of the year, props Marmoush in it. But in terms of which one did I celebrate the most, probably Nunes.
Well, that was going to be the best moment of the year. So would you say that would be it? The
probably
Nunes
that,
one?
yeah.
And we'll have Marmoush's goal of the year.
Yeah. I'll swap them then. So I'll have Marmoush goal of the year, and then moment of the year or celebration of the year would be the Nunes goal against Villa. Props.
Big up everyone in the chat as well, man. Get involved. You put your answers in. Most people say Marmoush for that as well. Biggest win of 2025, LB. What was the most important win for you in the whole calendar year last year?
Most important win was probably Villa at home.
Villa again, yeah.
That Villa game was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a massive game, man. Like we needed to win the game, and we scored in the last minute.
End of this year as well, though. That were pretty big at the time. Obviously, like you think about Real Madrid away, stuff like that.
Yeah, Real Madrid away was all right, but like at the same time, we could have drawn the game and still qualified.
Yeah.
Whereas the Villa game, it was quite important that we won that. We could have drawn, but like, I'm pretty sure, looking back at it now, I think if we drawn the game, I don't know if we would have got top 4 based on the results. We would have had to have beaten Southampton last game of the season. Mm-hmm. So for me, the Villa game probably was the most important game. Yeah.
Fair plays, bro. Yeah, I couldn't argue with that. What about the best performance of the year? Where do you think City peaked in 2025, if you can remember? Just the first game that comes to your head when you think the best performance of 2025.
I think it'd be Newcastle at home at 4-0.
Yeah.
Was that in 2025?
Was that the
Marmoush
hat-trick?
Yeah, Marmoush hat-trick.
Yeah.
Marmoush
that was early on, I think. I think that was early on. I think it was just after he joined, wasn't it? Maybe like his 3rd or 4th game.
Yeah,
it was a good performance.
Newcastle at home, because to be honest with you, I thought we was going to get smacked up in that game as well.
Yeah,
because we weren't playing particularly well, and then we just cooked them, man. We cooked them. So yeah, props to Marmoush, hat trick, Newcastle 4, City 4, Newcastle 0 in it. That one.
Big up, man. Right, what about player of the calendar year? So you got to take in the back end of last season, the start of this season as well. Who on the whole, if you had to pick one player, would you say has been the player of the year in 2025 for City? Tough one, because obviously it was Josko who won player of the year, didn't he, for last season? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
You've got to take into account the start of this season as well.
You know what I'd go for?
Go on.
Nunes.
Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo! I love that.
I think so. I think I'd go Nunes. Go Nunes. Haaland's obviously up there, but Haaland didn't have a great end to last year because he come back from an injury. Then he had the shit show in the final when he refused to take the penalty.
The pen away, yeah.
This year he's been mega. This season has been mega. So the second half of 2025, but then Nunes has been mega second half of 2025. So maybe Cafunes, man. Real talk.
I'm on that, I've been backing him. It's good to hear, man. And you think about it, you talk about the biggest moment of the year. Like, you talk about 2 big moments. Haaland giving the pen away against Crystal Palace and Nunes scoring the goal to get us in the Champions League, bro. That's a big moment, that. That might just.
It's either for me. It's either Haaland, yeah, or Nunes. But from what I remember, I don't think Haaland had a great end to the season, did he? Because he was injured for a bit.
Back to like that Southampton away and stuff as well, the 0-0 and.
Nico G wasn't good enough in the first half of 2025.
No way.
It was not. He's not better than Nunes in 2025. Don't come close.
He didn't play enough games, bro. The back end of last year to be in with a shout.
O'Reilly's a shout.
Josko as well, obviously.
There's not really much between O'Reilly and Cafunes, if we're being honest with you.
I think O'Reilly's fell off a little bit more the last.
He has, and Cafunes has the he's got that big moment against Villa as well.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Yeah.
Probably. He played more anti the back end of last year. And O'Reilly wasn't a guaranteed left back, was he? The whole of the back end of last season. So yeah, right. So similar to that, I want you to give me your unsung hero of the year. So obviously not the best player, but who under the radar maybe that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be that guy? Who would you give the unsung hero of 2025 to?
Unsung hero. Well, I mean, Nico G has not been unsung because people have been glazing him heavy. Recently, so you can't really say Nico G because he's been glazing. Nunes has been glazed. O'Reilly's probably not been glazed as much, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe O'Reilly.
Considering the switch that he made to left back and how well he's adapted to that, he definitely with a shout, yeah.
O'Reilly has been glazed, and he's not an unsung hero, but he's the most unsung hero we've got out of the options because there's not many options.
And it's got to be for the whole of 2025 as well.
Got to be for the whole of 2025. So Nico G, everyone was glazing the hell out of him, saying he was Rodri 2.0. Cafunes, we've just given Player of the Year, so he's clearly not an unsung hero. Haaland's not an unsung hero because he's fucking people glaze. So yeah, maybe O'Reilly. Yeah, probably O'Reilly.
Yeah. Shout, and I know we shouldn't really finish on a low note, but what would be your low point of the whole of 2025? Not in your personal life, bro. Just what's your City low point of 2025? What result or decision or whatever hurt you the most, man? Where was you the lowest at with City?
Well, the FA Cup final was obviously not good yet, but what I want to do, I want to pick a game that confirmed my worries.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have a look at our results last
year.
Have
a look, yeah.
I want to pick a game that was like, shit, we are actually just shit.
That Old Trafford 0-0 was bad when I think about it now. So I know a few people in chat just said that as well.
Right, so let's have a look at this.
Cup.
Right, not really much this year, to be honest. We had a couple bad results, but nothing, obviously the last three, whatever, but like, whatever. I think last year, let's go to 2024, 2025. Let's have a look at a result last year which confirmed our worst fears that we shit. You know what it was, bro?
Go on.
It might be Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
But shout out Nax in the chat. It might be Sporting Lisbon, bro.
Nax, yeah.
Sporting Lisbon getting beat 4-1 away from home. Feyenoord 3-0 up.
Yeah, the Feyenoord was that this year? Yeah, was that the...
Oh, no, sorry. That was 2024.
What?
My bad. No, we got
in 2025, though.
No, that was 2024 as well.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Let's have a look at 2025.
It must have just been before the new year then, mustn't it?
Arsenal.
The 5-1.
5-1 at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Shit, innit? Yeah, I'd probably say that's probably been our worst result of the year, 5-1. We went there. We were fucking bozo error within 90 seconds. Mm-hmm. Pep Guardiola did a interview after it with Neil Warnock after the game and said, we've just done a meeting before the Arsenal game, about bozo errors. And the players are like, we're not going to do it. And he said 90 seconds into Arsenal game, bozo error.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Stupid, isn't it? A lot of I think we'll pretty much a lot of people saying Arsenal looking at Gay now, fucking spamming the chat, bro.
How many defenders do them guys need, man?
I know. Is this legit news though right now?
Apparently it is, yeah. John Cross.
Check Twitter rapid.
It is, it's true.
Bro, if they hijack that deal, man, what are we doing? Come on. This is what I mean. We need to show intent early. It should be done and dusted.
I don't know about it. He says Arsenal are ready to enter the race for Gueye, although it remains to be seen whether they will be willing to make a bid this month or wait until the summer. bit of a. Whereas we know City want him now.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels that like it's a bit of a well, just to let you know, Gray, we would take you, but probably going to be the summer.
But could that get in his head potentially and make him say, right, no, I'd rather.
But he's already, that's already there. Apparently Bayern have said to him, join Bayern in the summer as well.
Right.
So he's already got those options, innit?
Yeah, man. Stressful though. I don't want to go through us losing out on someone again. Right. Adam, sorry, bro. Got your super chat again. I'm waiting for next Prem game. If we perform very good, then we win the league. Trust me. If we can perform good against United, like very good, then we win. Fair play, man. Positive thinking. I think a lot depends on tonight, like LB said as well. Let's see how Arsenal Liverpool get on. Are you doing a watch along, bro, or are you just watching it?
Yeah, I'm going to do a watch along. I'm on with Hugh at 7 on the main. Yeah. I'm going to schedule it now with Messi Amos as well, and then straight on the second channel, more LB for the
man.
The super pray along, man.
Yeah, it's got to be a super pray along. So big up to everyone for jumping on. Obviously, thank you to LB for jumping on as always. It's been a pleasure, man. If you've obviously most of you are fans of his channel, so make sure you go across and watch his video with Hugh and Amos and his watch along in a bit. And hopefully we'll get you back on in a few weeks, mate. And hopefully we'll be having a more positive conversation about us potentially being
to be honest
back in a title race or hunting a trophy.
We should probably, we'll probably be knowing we'll probably know next time we do it. We'll probably know where we're at in the Champions League, whether we've qualified or not. And maybe we could do it before the Newcastle second leg, so we can see where we're at with that one.
Yeah, man. And then
because if we do it after the Newcastle game and we've been knocked out, it'll just be another depressing fucking stream.
And we're just talking about us going trophyless all year.
Exactly. So at least we can be a bit positive. If we go there and get a decent result in that first leg, we can actually be positive in it. So
yeah, man. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So we'll get that sorted. But big up everyone. Like I said, if you've not already, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, hit this hype button, this new woke 2026 hype button. You know what to do. And thank you for jumping on, as always, bro. Thank you to the chat, as always. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, man.
See you later, boys.